Let me find out Math Hoffa wasn't paying the homies.
Thing you're saying, I've been hearing. You know, I am a boss and I am who I am, but I still got to deal with my family. I have a wife, I have children, I have a father, I have close friends that's business people. And it's become a problem after a while when I got to keep hearing from them. But are you getting paid? Are you getting any money from this? He's not giving you no money. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting paid. And I want to say I'm not doing this for money. You know what I'm saying? I do this. When the people see me and they say they hear Christ, I like that. It makes me feel good. And my people look at me, yeah. Don't be stupid.
I spoke to you.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. You know, exactly. You know, and I'm
what
like,
was the conversation like? I mean, we gonna talk candy here. Like,
yeah,
listen, listen. I didn't understand. I know why I was hating. Why he didn't like me, because I was a catalyst for everybody getting paid. That was a big deal. Nobody was getting paid. Nobody even gave a fuck. Heineken did not give a fuck. Heineken was on some like, we're gonna go be monumental and we're gonna make our money the way that we've been making our money and all that shit. And yes, it was me.
And Bigga, real shit. It might not came off to Math like that. He and I had a lot of arguments. I would be more in favor for Math, and he wouldn't. Not in a bad way.
Sound like Math won't try to pay nobody.
And there'd be times
Said they was pocket watching.
Math would be like, yo, you always on this side. I said, Math, real shit. I fight for you with this argument back and forth because there was a lot of things he was trying to make.
If you got pocket watch, that's the first sign that it ain't gonna last.
Happen. And I said, once we came on the show and we all started having the synergy you said,
I ain't gonna lie, they changed up the show. You know what I mean? The show changed up a lot.
It became a brand new show to the audience. So when all the record label people were calling, first thing they said was, are you guys permanent? See, people don't understand that type of lingo. They're saying, I got it. But do I want to merge with you guys, or is this gonna blow up before I jump ship and merge with you guys? Because everyone was ecstatic about how different.
Well, jump on board, not jump ship.
We look how we all sounded, but we were all grown men. But a lot of the times, I would always speak more favorably for Matt.
Now I don't know what son name is with the braids, but he said something real important. He was talking about.
Because I've known him the longest.
And I didn't understand what that meant. I gotta jump in because when they kept on saying, "Are we permanent?" I don't know this stuff. I'm calling Heineken. Why? Yo, I'm waiting till they leave, and I'm like, why the fuck do they keep saying that? And then he would be like, because he switches out and he does this. And I would look at Heineken and I'll be like, I'm not worried about if he switches out. And Heineken would look at me, I'll be like, if people like us, they gotta follow us wherever we going. And if he would switch us out, why would somebody, to me,
did he cut all the hair off his face?
When you make your magic, I would just be like, why would somebody even think about doing that? To me, it made no sense. Everything was perfect. Even the fact that you were talking more and it was beautiful. And how I would throw the ball to you, I would sit there and think. And now I'm coming in here waiting like, let me see what the fuck Bigga gonna say.
Because you would stop the room.
We would come in before time, doing push-ups, fucking with ghosts. It was more of an enjoyment and a family affair. But what I can say is this: when business gets involved, shit gets tricky.
And that, for me, that was another thing me and my brother started hitting heads with. You can't say it's about business with me if we ain't doing business. You know what I'm saying? You can't talk to me. See, I'm a real businessman. You know what I'm saying? If I'm your friend, I'm your friend. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm doing business with you, that's something totally different. You know what I'm saying? If I'm dedicating my time, sacrificing my time, donating my time, that's charity almost. You know what I'm saying? But if you start saying, well, Bigga, you late. Whoa.
How am I late?
How am I late?
I was confused, Bigga, but the security dude that you was giving the job was getting paid and you wasn't getting paid.
Oh, okay.
That's weird. The security dudes he's bringing in is getting paid, but he's not getting paid.
Because my bad.
If you're saying I'm late, how am I late? I don't work for you. If you're saying I'm late, I don't work the time. If I show up and you don't want to let me in on the show, all right, then just don't let me in on the show. But you can't say I'm late. I tell my employees that they're late, and I also pay my employees. Right there is kind of hitting heads.
I found it odd that I didn't know that Bigga owned a business or a couple of businesses. He employs more than 100 people.
Now, for me, it wasn't about the money. It was about building something, which I kind of think Heineken might have been on.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let's build something. Let's build this.
Now here's a man that don't need to be in nobody's camera. Don't even look like he want to be in the camera because you rarely hear Bigga speak. Anytime Bigga speak is very important. The things that he's going to say and land is important. You know what I'm saying? And even though homie with the braids, I've heard him speak way more. The things that Bigga have said, you know what I'm saying? Because he waits and baits his time when he speaks, landed a little bit more. I can remember the argument when something happened with Smith and Wesson, and that was the first time I really paid attention to Bigga, and I was like, okay, cool. You know, he drew a wedge into the situation. I say, okay, this is not the security dude. This is the guy that brings balance to the show. You know what I'm saying? Almost like the old head. You know what I mean? So to speak.
Pot. Let's cook this pot, and the pot it got the gumbo and everything in it, and then we all took.
The reason why I kept having the money conversation with you, because that was me when I first started with Flip.
Okay.
That was my purpose. Let me build, and I was secure. I got a job. Even with Math, I had a job. So it was like, let's just build this, be the biggest it can. Okay. And I realized it wasn't even about the money with Flip. I love Flip. Mm-hmm. I wish him all the best.
I feel like we don't anticipate our success. We don't know exactly where we're gonna land. And when we start getting into that area of where we're gonna land, that normally involves money and stuff like that. And when you don't solidify things as a business from the beginning, it gets tricky when your business involves a lot of friends.
But it was just like, this is not gonna go where I needed to go, the way I needed to go. I left the situation.
And you told me. Yeah. And you
show
how hurt I was.
But Bigga is the right-hand man, so off top, the conversation is supposed to be wide open to, you know, what you gonna get, you know what I mean? I know we ain't been paying you, but now we getting this bag, I'm gonna start giving you X, Y, Z. You like that?
Told Math, when we started with Math, he got to pay me. And it started at a low pay, and we gradually went up as the pay went up. Mm-hmm. And then when you got, and I told you, Big, I said, Big,
but he had to gradually.
But he had to pay you. Paid, bro.
But he had to pay you, Ghost, because you saw the money.
Yeah.
You saw the account.
It's only 3 people that seen the money.
And who 3 saw the money? Ghost, Heineken, and Math. Me and Bigga didn't see no money. Okay?
No, nothing was ever explained
they saw
to
the
me
money,
about this.
But my thing, Bigga, like, because we gonna explain. I don't understand how you would employ other people. Explain to me this logic. You're gonna employ other people that get in a check.
Son, see, Math don't like Son. He said it. Math don't like Son because he the one that started pressing the issue about the bread. You know what I'm saying? But Math should have been happy that he was pressing the issue about the bread. Because look, if you can knock that shit out, I mean, everything's working, the show is working. They obviously got a lot to do with the show. They're not just flies on the wall. Math, you can't have your head that big and allow people into your world. That's why in my world, it's just me. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else is just an addition, almost like a write-off. You know what I mean? Like, okay, cool. They're not going to be on the taxes. You feel me? So I feel like moving forward, that's what you need to think about. You got to think about as you're building your brand that certain things are etched in stone, like, you know, especially the pay. We done seen all the greatest everything that was black break up because the money wasn't straight. You know what I'm saying? Or it gets to a point where the niggas that's not eating start to get a little hungry and they're not dumb. They see you rocking new jewels, you know what I'm saying? You shining, you doing your thing, my nigga. Why? Because niggas that don't really got money always telegraph that they have something once they get it. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it real. Niggas that never had shit, as soon as they get money, they put on things to let you know they're successful. Meanwhile, Vlad comes up there with a dirty ass green outfit on. You know what I mean? A nasty ass beard. You know what I'm saying? And don't show you that he's well invested into real estate and other things. We show it. That's why if you look at this, right? You show your wealth to a bunch of people that's broke and fucked up and expect them to not want some of that. You know? Things get lost in translation, man. Needless to say, I'm glad they was able to build another show, and I feel like they're addressing this in a way that's truthful and they're not shitting on math like the way I want to shit on.
You're not getting a check.
Just for being a fake homie.
To me, and you
Bigga's your right-hand man. Even though he's saying he ain't the security, Bigga's the security, nigga. Let's say Bigga's not the security. But Bigga's the security. Look how big that motherfucker is. And he commands the presence. Don't really talk much. He just sit there. Everything that he says is normally important. You know what I'm saying? If he doesn't know something, he shows you his vulnerability. I like Bigga. Son that's on the screen right now, son right here, I didn't really let's not say I didn't ever really like him. I feel, this is my honest opinion, that he says too much to show people who he is when your accolades, and don't take this as pure advice. Your accolades will be, but your reputation precedes you. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not, you don't have to tell people what you do in order for them to know or eventually find out. And it's always better when they eventually find out if you never said nothing. Word, you worked at the Source. Word, you was up at Def Jam 4 years. Word. Oh, you know XYZ, you did such and such. People gravitate to you more when you don't say it. After a while, like especially with the women, they think it's a turn off when you say too many I's. I. The content becomes way bigger when you say this, as in events. What y'all been doing real good. I feel like y'all been talking about the events more than y'all talking about the person, which makes this a great conversation. You know what I'm saying? But that's my sincere advice to you. Talk less about yourself and more about the event, more about what's going on. It makes your brand bigger.
And although you, his man, we were all secure in the barbershop because we knew you was there.
And I didn't even know he was gonna say that. That's dope. Because that's what I wanted to say in the short version.
And the way you set it up, I'm not gonna say how you set it up. We was gonna win every battle.
And
let's keep it real.
Not only that, like, let's be for real, like, you know this more than they know. Mm-hmm. Who cleaned up the shop?
I would love to interview Bigga, you know what I'm saying, and not even talk about the whole math situation. I felt like they evolved from that, and they just like, they probably wrapping it up.
You and Ghost.
But it's bad that you ain't paid them brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? It is bad. You wanna know why? Because if you came in dressing like Vlad, I wouldn't be mad at you. But I'm looking up here on this interview that you got with the other guy, Femi, you know what I'm saying? Who's very loud in his dress, in his attire too. You show people you got money. You asking people to ask me for something. You know what I'm saying? Or expect something from me because I'm showing success because I'm black and that's what we do. When we successful, we go buy shiny trinkets and shit like that and we show people that we done made it. When we really didn't, because if you shut shop down today, would you be able to take care of your family for the rest of their life with just what you have without a hustle attached to it? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Or an investment package that guarantees you a certain amount of money back. That's what Vlad and them is doing. Them niggas investing. The more money they get, the less they show. You know what I'm saying? You know, get in the comments. Let me know what y'all think, man. Is Vlad, Math Hoffa a piece of shit? Son, you got chicks out here talking about you. You know what I mean? You don't know how to take no for an answer. You got people try to expose you. You got a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's time for you to do a real interview with somebody real, not somebody that not in a controlled environment. You know what I mean? Where we almost can telegraph what you're gonna say. You know what I'm saying? You want to expand the brand, but definitely pay the homies, man. Because if you don't feed the wolves, what happens? They come to eat we food.